Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be checking out my new camera backpack. And yes, I did get a new bag, so let's talk about it. This time I wanted a bag that was smaller and more compact, but most importantly, I want a bag with built-in dividers instead of a camera queue because I just don't really want to deal with the flop, that annoying gap you get between a camera cube and the backpack. I've been using the Nomadic 14-liter travel pack in the green color. Zero complaints about the compartments and the space it provides. Whenever I need to take my camera and an extra lens, I just throw a camera cube inside. But if I'm being 100% transparent, I just got bored of the green color and I wanted an all-black backpack. Initially, I was looking at the Wandrd Prvke Lite and the Nomadic PM Luma bag. Those were the only two that seemed to have built-in camera divider in a compact size that didn't look like an obvious camera backpack. But right around then, Wandrd released an updated version to their lineup, the Wandrd Prvke 15 liters, which I think replaced the Prvke Lite. So let's get into what I don't like about the design first, even though it's one of the main features of the Prvke, the roll top. I know it can be useful, but I would much rather it be a zipper access. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the bag itself. Overall, the design is very similar to the rest of the Prvke lineup, which includes the 41 liter, 31, 21, and now this 15 liter. The Prvke 15 liter alone is actually the most expensive bag in the lineup, but it's the only one that comes with a built-in camera divider. You can actually remove all the dividers to use it as a standard backpack if you're not a photographer and just like the design, or they do make a dedicated EDC version. I'll link their website in the description below in case you want to check them out. As for the 15 liter that I got, I went with the black colorway, even though they have a ton of color options to choose from. Now, I mentioned I don't really care for the roll top, but if you do use it, it expands the bag's capacity from 15 to 19 liters. Right by the roll top, you get a quick access pocket, which is where I keep my AirPods, wallet, and keys. They also have a dedicated key pocket over here on the side, and a hidden passport compartment behind the luggage strap. Personally, I don't really see myself using those specific pockets for that purpose, but it's nice that it is there. Now let's talk about the camera layout and how I pack this bag for my everyday carry. This backpack opens up like a clamshell. On this new version, they moved these straps from this section over to here. This is my current layout. I moved some dividers around to fit my exact needs and preferences. You'll notice there's a camera quick access door on the side. With the layout I'm using, you can technically get stuff out of it, but it's not ideal. Plus, I'm not really the type of person to sling my bag around to quickly grab a camera for a point and shoot moment anyway. My advice? Make your bag your own. Set it up so it fits what you need, not just how it was intended to be used. For my usual setup, I carry two camera bodies, a Sony ZV-E1 and a ZV-E10 Mark II. Yes, I did downsize a much smaller cameras. In this slot right here, I have my favorite 85mm lens, which is still the Zeiss's baddest f1.8. The other lens I have with me is the Sigma 10 to 18mm. It's incredibly compact while still being a constant f2.8 aperture lens. It works great on the ZV-E1, especially when you want stable gimbal-like footage on a wide lens without using a gimbal. Because of the crop, it ends up being equivalent to around a 14mm on the 10mm end. As for this slot over here, the mic I like to pack is either my Sony ECM B10 shotgun or the Hollyland Lark Max 2. This Hollyland is probably my favorite go-to wireless mic. It comes in a carrying case with pretty much everything you could ever need for a shoot. The charging case houses the two wireless transmitters, the receiver, and it includes an adapter to plug the receiver directly into a smartphone. But this right here is the real game changer. It comes with wireless earbuds so you can monitor your audio in real time. For the upper compartment, I use a tech pouch to hold my laptop charger, an action camera, my glasses, along with other loose items I know I will need on a trip. If I'm just out for the day, I can remove this pouch without rearranging anything. I've tried a lot of different SD card holders over the years, but I always revert back to this one. It's just a simple, small, soft case for SD cards. It takes up basically zero space. And if I need to offload footage on the go, I use this simple uni SD card reader that get plugged into either my phone or laptop. In case you were wondering, I do travel with my main laptop, which is a 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M3 Max chip. Now, the Wandrd website states that this bag can only fit up to a 14-inch laptop. But as you can see, this backpack actually fits my 16-inch MacBook just fine with my current setup. That said, I would definitely avoid overstuffing the bag or putting too much bulky stuff in these surrounding pockets if you're sliding a 16-inch in there. And lastly, I have this Wandrd lens filter case. I'm still debating if this actually fixed my problem. I wanted a neat way to carry all the filters I use in a single case, rather than keeping them in their separate individual cases. It definitely keeps everything organized, but it turned out a lot thicker than I was expecting. I do love the accent yellow though. Honestly, I probably would have bought the actual backpack in this yellow color. I'll link everything I mentioned down in the description below. If I missed anything, or if you have any questions about the bag, leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this what's in my bag type of video, please consider liking and subscribing.